Well, carrying on with the 18th birthday theme, all this week we're going to be looking back at some of the most controversial topics we've covered over the years. We're starting with something Coleen said back in 2005.
But for instance, if Ray went away, say, to Amsterdam, like my 16-year-old son, if he gets his exams, I've told him he can have a long weekend anywhere he wants. And he said Amsterdam, because he wants to go and prostitute. And, you know, that's his... Oh, shut up, he's 17. No. And so I said, well, Ray will have to go with you, because you're not going on your own.
So, there you go. It was an interesting one, wasn't it? Because you were just having a conversation, and then suddenly everyone was talking about it.
Oh, my God. I mean, by the time I got home that day, it had just exploded in this media frenzy where they totally... And I think it had been a Chinese whispers thing where people were reporting on it that hadn't actually seen the whole interview and the whole show.
And even that little clip there obviously doesn't give the whole sense of it, I might add.
No, absolutely.
It was clearly just a flip remark.
It was a flippant remark, but it was also about, you know, I didn't want to be the naive mom, you know.
Yeah.
And it was just the next day, it just went... I was asked to go on the lunchtime news to explain myself.
That's always when you know you've said something.
I was working for a magazine and they instantly fired me. And every single newspaper nationwide went just ballistic.
And this is
it was
before
so
social
shocking.
media, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was before. Oh God, if I said it now, I'd just have to emigrate.
But you should have the right of reply on social media, where you could say, actually, this is what I mean.
Yeah, but no one listens to it. I mean, the problem is as well. Then it was another person, and this is what I'd like to clear up. Another person said, I think it's really sad that she obviously can't talk about sex with her son, and she's paying for him to go and see a prostitute. And I'm thinking, well, you obviously haven't watched the programme, but there's nothing you can do about it. But it was quite... I mean, really extraordinary, the reaction it got. You know where you go, I went to bed that night and thought, God, I wish I hadn't said that.
But you know what it's like? That's the beauty of the show, is that we're all mates, and we do sort of sit here. I know there's certain limits to, you know, we can't swear like we do when we're off air.
But you do.
I do. But we all sort of say things all the time, like girlfriends do, you know, where you might just kind of say something flip about your husband or whatever, because that's the dynamic of the show. And then people get very sort of black and white about something and go...
Well, I think the problem is we forget we're on the telly.
Yeah.
We think we're just sitting with our mates here.
Even with our audience here, don't you instantly feel like we're just all kind of mates? And I've only been doing this for a short while, obviously, but I got that really, really quickly. So you can say things that maybe can be misconstrued, and it's
totally
genuinely
But
not
it's like if you say, oh, you know, my husband drove me mad last night, I want to kill him, and then someone goes, Jane Moore wants to kill her husband.
That is going to be today's headline,
which is probably true, actually.
But looking back, did it change how you reacted on the telly almost?
Well, you think I'd have learned a massive lesson from it, which I did in some respects. But then I thought, you know what, this is what I love about this show, that you come on, you give your opinion about something, and maybe the whole nation isn't going to agree with you or whatever, but I just think if you start really self-editing and going, oh, I'm frightened of what people think, then the show's just, it will just never work, you know. That's what I love about Loose Women, that it is opinion-based and, you know, it's open for discussion.
Yeah.
It's just the reaction to that was astounding.
Yeah.
And, no, I would probably never say something like that again. On telly.
On telly! What about Shane Jr., though?
Well, I just ruined it for him. He went, cheers, Mum, I won't be going there then. Absolutely ruined it for him. Well, that was my plan, you see.
Yes, cunning.